This is Otto. Otto's a happy boy. Yeah. This is Otto today. Otto is a dog I had adopted from the animal shelter when he was a puppy, and I have a 10-year-old daughter. He's the same age as her. So I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter, and they've all grown up with Otto. Excuse me, I'm getting a little bit of a cold, so I have a little bit of cough. Anyway, you can see he's getting him back to a healthy status. He's still a little bit thin, but he's made quite a recovery. We'll talk a little bit about Otto's story over the past year. He's had a very, very difficult year. I got Otto back 20 days ago today. And I'm gonna bring this over here. And when I got Otto back 20 days ago, this is what the shape he was in. It's very sad. It's been very hard. It's a very hard thing to see and deal with. And there's a story here. Again, this is him today, 20 days later. This was him 20 days ago. So, I made the mistake of marrying the wrong woman. And it was a difficult 11 years. I was married to her for 11 years. We had 2 children. I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter. I have 2 other older children from a previous marriage, an 18-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter. Throughout the marriage, my now ex-wife was abusive to the older children. She threatened to break my son's hand. She physically assaulted my older daughter. I wasn't aware of it at the time. I just found out about it about a year ago. She constantly referred to my older daughter as a whore. Constantly told my son he was fat and stupid and clumsy and lazy, and always telling me that I didn't do anything, I was worthless. Constantly get right in my face and scream and yell at me. And on the 1st of September 2023, I told her I was done. She did it again. I told her that I'm done. I had an appointment already scheduled with an attorney for later that month. And man, don't make the mistake I made. Don't ever, if you're in a situation like this, don't ever let her know that you're about to leave. She needs to find out the day she is served with divorce papers. Trust me, the silver bullet divorce is a very real thing. I told her I had an appointment attorney, I was gonna file for divorce. She went down, promptly filed a restraining order against me. Gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you something. In most places, I tell you in the state of Colorado, at least in our county, if someone goes for a judge and says, this man did this to me, he believes everything she says. And it's very difficult to overcome that. In her restraining order affidavit, she requested and received not only possession control of the home and our daughters, she also had requested possession control of Otto, the dog I adopted from the animal shelter when our 10-year-old daughter was a baby. The same dog that my daughters loved and grew up with. Otto was a healthy dog when I was served that restraining order and forced out of the home. On September 12th, she left. The judge allowed her to leave the state with our daughters. And 3 days before she left, she abandoned the dog at our local animal shelter. He had been chipped, and so they were able to scan the chip. I don't think she realized that, but a couple things. I don't think she realized it was a no-kill shelter. I think she thought, to take a dog in like this, they'd probably just put it down. Anyway, it had been chipped. They were scanned the chip, and they contacted me, and I regained possession of the dog, and this is what he was like. This is the condition I got him back in. Yeah, that's a sad case. There were times I was able to eventually get back. Until she left the state, I was able to get some time where I get every other weekend with our daughters. They kept telling me that they were sneaking Otto food when their mom was in the shower. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on. I just couldn't believe. I knew she was not a very nice woman. I couldn't believe she could be that bad. I couldn't believe she could do something like this. I thought they were sneaking him extra treats. And when I got him back and saw him, I realized it occurred to me that as a parent, that my 19-year-old daughter has probably saved Otto's life. The only reason he's alive today is probably due to them sneaking him food behind their mom's back. I think it speaks volumes that a 19-year-old girl feel like they have to do this behind their mom's back. They can't let their moms see them sneaking their dog food. Interesting enough, we've been through quite an investigation. This whole process took just shy of a year to get this divorce final. We had 2 CFIs, child family investigations, and then there was the judge also appointed a child legal representative, a CLR. The first CFI, as I mentioned in the video, first CFI ruled overwhelmingly in my favor. In the other video, you'll see the filth of the house, the condition of the house. The CFI ruled that my now ex-wife had inflicted emotional harm to our daughters and would likely continue to do so in the future. That did not fit the narrative the judge was looking for. It did not fit his rulings on the restraining order. It didn't match. So he rejected that CFI, and that CFI, she did make some administrative mistakes, but she did a very thorough investigation. The judge, she's no longer a CFI in the state of Colorado. The judge threw that out, and she's no longer a CFI in the state of Colorado. So we ordered a new CFI. That new CFI did not interview my witnesses. She never made any real attempt to contact my witnesses. She arranged an appointment to interview one of my witnesses. She did not keep that appointment. She was blatantly dishonest in her report, and she will take exception to that. However, lying through omission is a form of dishonesty, and she said nothing in her report about this dog. She omitted this in her report. Interesting, the child legal representative, I might mention that the CFI is also a licensed attorney in Colorado. She claims she did a home visit in the home where this dog was spat. Made no mention of this dog. Made no mention of the other things that were going on in that home. If you go back and watch the other video, you'll see that there's evidence of 2 different fires. All the smoke detectors have been taken down, including the smoke detector in our daughter's bedroom. They'd all been hardwired into the home. The wires have been disconnected, and the smoke detectors were stuffed into the linen closet. No mention of this dog, no mention of the filth that was in the home. There was urine-caked cat litter caked to the floor in the bathroom. And I'm not talking about a little sprinkling of it, but like you couldn't see the floor underneath the cat litter. It was just so thick. And no mention of that whatsoever. In any of her testimony, any of her reporting, she never mentioned any of that. The child legal representative, same thing. A licensed attorney. This was a licensed attorney out of Durango, Colorado. The second CFI, she was a licensed attorney out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Neither of them were honest in their reporting. Neither of them mentioned this dog in their reporting. In their reporting, everything was hunky-dory at the mom's house. How can people do this? How corrupt can the family court system be? How corrupt can it be that both a CFI and a CLR, 2 licensed attorneys in the state of Colorado, would claim to be a home visit within this home that this dog was in, make no mention of it. Claim to a home visit within a home that this dog was in, with all the cat litter that was soaked with urine caked to the floor in the bathroom, the evidence of 2 separate fires, all the smoke detectors taken down, the absolute filth within the home. No mention of it whatsoever. This is how corrupt the Colorado family court system is. Title 4D, look it up, it's a real thing.